Good morning. Thank you for being with us on THV 11, streaming on THV 11 Plus. I'm Karen Fuller.
I'm Hayden Balgavy. Happy Monday morning, everybody. Meteorologist Tracy Bean has been breaking down your forecast. She has more. And now Ashley King is in the house with a little preview of your traffic. Hopefully easy going today.
Well, it's got to be. It's Monday.
Right.
We expect nothing else but some good traffic. So far, so good this morning for you on the commute. Not a lot on the roads yet this morning, but hopefully people will be able to enjoy this weather because I've got a fantastic forecast for you. And lower humidity today and tomorrow is going to make things feel amazing. If you're headed out this morning, we've got a few clouds out there, but we'll start to see those break apart and a little bit more sunshine as well. We are looking again for those temperatures to just top out right around the low 80s this morning, and we're starting out at 68 degrees, so dew point around 63. So yeah, not feeling bad out there at all. I was just out in the weather garden, and again, it's going to be a good Monday ahead. Those winds are out of the north around 7 miles per hour. And as far as what to expect this week, can you believe it's already mid-June? Well, we're talking a little bit about lower humidity, which is nice for mid-June, right? For at least today and tomorrow. But that starts to change by midweek. But the good news is Juneteenth weekend looking nice, looking great. And we're looking for those temperatures to be a little bit lower too. I feel like normally it's about 103, maybe not, but that's what it feels like out there. But we'll talk more about our forecast coming up. But for now, we'll get you ready for your traffic with Ashley.
Yeah, and things are looking good right now. Just a beautiful sunrise. Hopefully no issues on the roads, just like we have with our weather today. It's going to be nice all the way around, I'm predicting. So right now, yeah, things are looking pretty good. So we're off to a good start, as you can see with our live traffic map, just all green. So we'll check this again here in just a little bit.
Developing this morning, the U.S. and Iran have reached a preliminary agreement, making a major development in months of diplomatic talks.
Officials say a signing ceremony is set for Friday in Switzerland, while President Trump prepares to meet with world leaders at the G7 summit in France.
Jen Sullivan has the very latest on what this deal could mean moving forward.
President Donald Trump announcing an agreement with Iran Sunday evening. Trump posting on True Social saying, quote, "The deal with the Islamic Republic is now complete." Few details have been released about the terms of the agreement, which is officially called a Memorandum of Understanding. One of the major sticking points the U.S. has said all along is Iran must destroy its enriched uranium stockpile, which can be used to make nuclear weapons.
The highly enriched uranium has to go. Their enrichment capabilities, they have to walk away from. Their support for terrorist proxies has to end.
If signed, it would trigger a 60-day ceasefire period to hammer out the details of a deal. But some hardliners in Iran have told state media they are unhappy with the current plan, which could delay any signing. It's been more than 100 days since U.S. and Israeli forces launched strikes on Iran. In that time, gas prices have surged roughly 37% due to Iran essentially halting maritime traffic in the Strait of Hormuz. The good news is gas prices have been falling in recent weeks. As of Sunday, the national average for a regular gallon of gas was $4.07. That's 46 cents cheaper than a month ago, according to AAA.
If there's a deal, we should be hopeful that oil can flow, and we'll see it.
But don't expect price relief overnight. Rapidan Energy President Bob McNally said oil and gas prices could remain elevated until September. I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
And as we mentioned, President Trump is in France today for the G7 summit, where he'll join leaders from the world's largest economies for a series of high-stakes talks. The summit focuses on a range of global issues, including trade, artificial intelligence, China, energy security, and the war in Ukraine. It also marks Trump's first face-to-face meeting with several European allies in months since the start of the Iran war. Leaders are expected to push for greater economic stability and discuss future trade relations, while thousands of protesters have gathered near the summit site ahead of the meetings.
To other news now, the Kennedy Center says President Trump's name has now been fully removed from the building. The center confirming the work in a court filing after a judge granted extra time to complete the removal. Crews resumed work early Saturday morning after missing the original deadline just before midnight. The D.C. Court of Appeals rejected a last-ditch effort to keep Trump's name in place during the legal challenge. The center said storms in the area slowed the removal process, but the work has now been finished. An Alabama man set to face execution by nitrogen gas has been spared after the U.S. Supreme Court left in place a lower court block on the method.
The justices in a 6-3 decision declined to overturn an injunction that found the procedure may violate constitutional protections in the case of Jeffrey Lee.
Alabama ran out of time and did not move forward with an alternative method. The state has already used nitrogen hypoxia in several prior executions. The decision is now drawing attention here in Arkansas, where lawmakers authorized nitrogen gas as an execution method last year.
However, the state has not carried out an execution since 2017, and state officials say legal challenges are still pending over the method. At least one Arkansas-based critic has been working to prevent states from using nitrogen gas as an alternative to those harder to obtain execution drugs.
Method of execution is not just torturous for the condemned. Do you care about the reporters who are in that chamber who have to report on this? Do you care about the victims' families, the people who have already experienced, most of the time, decades of horror, having to watch this?
Governor Sanders has said she plans to take a careful approach before any use as she works to hold criminals accountable and enforce Arkansas law.
In a THV 11 update, a little girl killed in a drive-by shooting near the Little Rock Zoo 4 years ago now has justice in court as the jury finds the man accused of killing her guilty on all counts. Prosecutors say 18-year-old Kenyatta Lamar Daniels Jr. will now face life in prison after the unanimous verdict in the case of Chloe Alexander. The case had previously stalled after a mistrial last year, but prosecutors presented cell phone data and ShotSpotter records they say placed Daniels at the scene of the 2020 shooting. That shooting left the 7-year-old Chloe dead while she was riding in a vehicle with family members who say the long court process has been emotionally draining.
I feel great, relieved, and I'm not gonna say at peace just yet, but it's coming.
And I'm thankful to God that, He saw fit for us to have the victory I'm thankful to be here to just see it all.
Daniels now faces life in prison, along with additional decades related to other charges. His family declined to comment following the verdict.
A new report showing fewer Arkansas children enrolled in health insurance is sparking concern, but also pushing advocates to clarify what may be driving the drop. The 2026 Kids Count data book flags a decline in child health care coverage in the state, raising questions about overall well-being. Advocates, however, say the numbers may not tell the full story. They point to the end of pandemic-era Medicaid protections, which led to mass eligibility reviews and more than 400,000 people losing coverage here in Arkansas. Groups like Arkansas Advocates for Children and Families say some families mistakenly assumed their children were also ineligible. However, advocates say assistance is still available to help families recertify and restore coverage where needed.
The Our Kids First program, that was developed many years ago. It was actually created under Governor Mike Huckabee. And when that happened, we decreased and cut our rate of children that were uninsured in half.
Our Kids First provides health care to thousands of Arkansas children and covers a range of services.
Coming up on 6:10 this morning, let's check in with meteorologist Tracy Bean and the forecast to help you plan your day.
Did you know it was Arkansas's birthday today? She's 190 years old.
1836, baby.
She looks good for 190, right?
Yeah, she looks really good.
Beautiful state. Again, it's going to be a gorgeous day out there as well. You can go celebrate Arkansas's birthday, maybe with a picnic or a trail walk or something. Do something outside, because that's what we're known for, right? Our little hidden gem that we love. And our day planner is going to be a gorgeous one. We are starting out with a few clouds, but a lot of sunshine and lower humidity. Looking for that high in the lower 80s today. Now, it's going to be nice tomorrow as well. We are looking for a bit more sunshine and those winds shift more southerly, and that's going to warm temperatures up just a little tad there. You can see 87, 88, so upper 80s, but that dew point will still be a little bit lower before it starts to increase as we're heading into your Wednesday. And we do have some rain pushing into our forecast on Thursday, and that'll cool things off, but also maybe give you a little bit to talk about as we're heading into the weekend and how that could impact some plans. We'll talk more about that in my forecast coming up.
And traffic's still looking good on this Monday morning. We're looking right now at Interstate 30. This is where we typically start to see the volume pick up first on our weekday mornings. And as of now, things are still looking pretty good if you're traveling on 30 eastbound coming from Saline County towards the 430 interchange. So we don't have any issues right now on our roads, as you can see with this live traffic map. It is still all green across central Arkansas, but we're going to keep checking that throughout the morning and give you another update coming up here in just a few minutes.